I am Brandon Pettit from UCP of Central Florida, and I am here at PopStroke with Chris Buxton from Cruise Planners. We are here today for Testimonial Tuesday, followed up by the Great Lunch Adventures. So if you're tuning in now and starting to get hungry for lunch, come on over here at 12:30 after we're off the air and join us for lunch at PopStroke. It's not too chilly. We're outside here, and they've got the heaters going on the patio. So it's absolutely beautiful to be outside today, even with the chill in the air. And so now let's talk to Chris from Cruise Planners. So welcome, Chris. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Christopher Buxton. I'm the proud owner of a Cruise Planners franchise here in Orlando, Florida. And we have a second location out in wonderful California. So we are on both coasts, and we can help everybody from coast to coast, as we like to say.
Okay, so your name says to me, if I'm going on a cruise, I should call Chris.
Absolutely.
So that's obvious in the name. But is cruises all you do?
No, we are a full-service travel agency. We do everything. If you need something simple as a car rental, we can help you. If you need an all-inclusive vacation, we can do it. You want to travel Europe, we can help you plan every single detail of your Europe vacation. We do it all for you.
Okay.
So we're not just cruises.
So I want to hear some more about where I can go with you. But first, I want to know why I should call a travel agent. I have Google, I have the internet, and I don't want to pay for your services. Why should I call a travel agent?
Well, first of all, there is no paying of our services.
Okay.
We are a completely free service for you. We get paid from the cruise lines, the hotels, wherever we book you in. That's who pays us.
Okay.
There's no extra charge to go through us. The reason you want to go through a travel agent is twofold. Number one, we do all the legwork for you. So instead of you sitting on a computer and checking this price and checking that price, and oh, I want to go here, but hold on, I need that there, we do that all for you. You just sit, relax, you tell us what you want, we'll make it happen. That's
Okay.
number one reason. The second thing is that we give great deals as travel. We get great deals as travel agents. So Cruise Planners, being as big as they are able to get discounted prices on cruises, hotels, spa rentals, things of that nature, and we can pass those savings on to you.
Okay.
Plus, we can also give you certain treats, like if you're on a cruise, we can give you an extra $50 on board credit, or maybe $100 on board credit, depending on what kind of stay you're in. Or if you're in a hotel, we might get you free dinner to watch the fireworks in Disneyland.
Okay.
Things like that that we can do that searching Google and other places cannot do for you.
Okay. So maybe we should get our viewers excited about some travel opportunities.
Sure.
So if I was looking to take a cruise,
Okay.
what are some hot places to go right now? What are some good deals right now? What are some popular things people are asking you about, or what are you talking about in the cruise world right now?
Two of the hottest places, or I should say three of the hottest locations in the cruise world right now,
Okay.
Alaska.
Okay.
Alaska, the frontier of Alaska is absolutely amazing. You are sailing through glaciers, you're sailing through these beautiful mountainscapes, all from a ship. You never have to unpack. You get to visit 4 or 5 different locations depending on how long the cruise is, and you never have to unpack. And you get to experience Alaska. It is absolutely stunning.
I have done an Alaskan cruise, and I've also gone on a land-based vacation to Alaska.
Oh,
And I will tell you, do the cruise.
dude, great.
Like the land-based thing was fun, but you can't get around Alaska very well. You can't get from one city to another, and so there also isn't an insane amount of things to do in any one of those cities.
Correct.
A day is enough in a lot of these places. And just the idea that I wake up every morning in my next adventure,
Which is great.
It was some of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I will tell you, I was on my balcony. We were docked. We were
Okay.
docked in Juneau, and I'm on my balcony. I'm having breakfast, and all of a sudden I look up, and this humpback whale just comes out of the water and crashes down. And I was like, maybe 100 feet from us
Wow.
on the side of the ship. And then all of a sudden I see that she had a calf with her,
Oh,
and she was teaching the calf how to
how to breach?
yeah, and how to feed herself. And it was just incredible to watch firsthand. Like, you've seen it on Discovery Channel,
Sure.
but until you see it right there in front of you, it's absolutely.
And those guys on Discovery Channel probably sit there for days trying to get that shot. And
Correct.
there you were just looking up from your donut,
Exactly.
and there's a whale teaching another whale how to
And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And then we saw the mountain goats inside the
Yep,
mountain.
I remember
The
mountain
goats
goats.
are hysterical. and the otters in the water are fighting and playing on the little pieces of ice, that are there,
ice
which is great. And then if you take, we took a wonderful excursion, and this excursion I would recommend 10 times over if you ever get to do it. Is we docked in Juneau.
Okay.
We literally took a helicopter up to the top of the Mendenhall Glacier.
Yep.
And then we dog sledded.
I did that exact excursion.
Okay, so
yes, exactly.
Oh,
yes.
Incredible.
My South Floridian wife was a little cold on that one, but she sucked it up, and yes, that was
what
amazing.
you see and what you experience is absolutely incredible, and it's a memory that I will have forever. That whale is a memory that I will have forever. So Alaska is a definite hot point. But for those of you that like the warm weather and just want to relax and have a drink and just chill out, the Caribbean is always the number one spot to go to. And they have great deals right now in the Caribbean. I mean, I literally saw a deal come across my desk yesterday for an inside cabin for a 4-day, 3-night cruise, $299.
Whew. And where would I go on that?
That will take you to Nassau, Bahamas.
Okay.
It will take you to a private island.
Okay.
And it will take you back to your port. The price is absolutely ridiculous. Just in port fees, you're going to pay over $200. This was including port fees and everything. And
It's basically a free cruise.
Correct.
Just pay the taxes.
Basically,
Do I have to go tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
So there's some select dates. There is some in January. There is some in February, and we have 1 or 2 dates in March as well.
Okay.
So, and there's some in December. So if you want to go in December, you just want to get out of town for 4
Sure.
days. It's a nice little weekend away. We got you covered.
Okay.
But $299.
No, that's fabulous.
And it's right out of Port Canaveral, which is an hour away from us. You drive down, park your car, board your ship, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And that's your hotel. That's your resort. The resort on water. And when they say resort, they mean resort. Some of these ships are absolutely incredible.
So what are some other places in the Bahamas that are, or I guess the Caribbean maybe,
Caribbean, yes.
In addition to Bahamas that people are really looking for or asking about right now?
St. Thomas, Tortola.
Okay. 2
wonderful islands, American-owned, absolutely stunning islands. In St. Thomas, there's a great Jeep adventure that you can do where you're literally, they'll drive you all the way up to the top of the island, to the top of the mountain.
So what's the seat? Something seat.
Yes, I can't remember the name.
Is it Captain Cook's seat? No.
I can't remember that.
It's a pirate.
Correct.
It's called somebody's seat.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So you're up at the top. They'll feed you. They will give you a drink, a rum drink, and you're overlooking the entire island and the bay and everything. It's absolutely stunning. And the Jeep will take you through. They'll take you stop at different places through St. Thomas, and you get to see the actual island.
Okay.
The beach is great. You'll end up at the beach.
Okay.
So you still get the beach.
Still get beach day.
Right. You still get your beach day, but you get to see the island. You get to see the locals. You get to see how they experience life and what they do.
And a rum drink.
And, oh, absolutely.
I heard you say rum drink.
Absolutely.
Yes. That used to be there.
And then there's obviously St. Lucia is very hot right now.
Okay.
But one of the islands that is absolutely on fire right now, and Sandals just put a brand new resort there, is St. Vincent.
Okay.
St. Vincent.
I've never heard of St. Vincent.
Oh, St. Vincent's absolutely gorgeous. And the unique thing about St. Vincent is they have black sand beaches.
Oh.
Now it does get hot. The sand gets hot.
Okay.
But they're absolutely gorgeous.
Wow. Okay.
And the people on the island are so nice. They love that you're there. They are excited that you're there. They will do anything for you. They will help you in any way that they can. They want you to explore the island. It's not like they're like, no, we're the locals and you're the tourists. We can't come visit us. No, they're like, come,
Okay.
please.
Oh, that's
Enjoy
nice,
the island.
That's a nice interaction to have.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so that's great. And then obviously the Bahamas. Everybody wants the Bahamas.
Sure.
What's great about happening at the port at Bahamas is that they are expanding that port. They've already expanded it some, but they're about to add an entire water park there as well.
At Nassau?
At Nassau.
Okay.
Yes. Right there at the port. So that
And is that water park exclusive to a specific cruise line? Or
No.
that's part of
That
the port? So whether I'm there with, this cruise line or that cruise
Doesn't
line,
matter what
I
cruise
can
line.
book an excursion to the water park.
correct.
Oh.
So it is owned by the Bahamas.
Okay.
So it's not owned by any cruise line. It is
Okay.
owned by the Bahamas, and they are welcoming all cruise lines to enjoy that.
Wow. And when does that open?
Well, construction's construction.
Oh, so it's still okay.
They just broke ground on it.
Oh, okay.
And
So
another,
it's maybe not my next cruise,
No,
but the
no.
cruise after that.
Correct.
Okay.
And another great hot item is Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
Mexico is obviously a hot place to stop. Cozumel, Costa Maya. If you want to see the Mayans, Costa Maya is where you want to go see the Mayans.
Okay.
Oh, the Mayans are absolutely breathtaking to go see.
Yeah.
To see something that's been standing there for hundreds of years, and actually thousands of years,
Yeah. Wow.
is absolutely incredible to see that they're still standing and still, in beautiful form.
Yep.
They're not eroded that much. But Royal Caribbean just bought the port of Costa Maya.
Wow.
So they are going to build an entire, almost like what they have at Coco Cay right now, Perfect Day Coco Cay.
Okay.
They're going to build right there at the port. So that port is going to obviously take off as well.
Is that going to challenge other cruise ships attempting to dock at that port?
No, they'll still be able to dock at the port.
But Royal Caribbean just makes a little money on it.
Correct.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean, that's Royal Caribbean section, and you would have to deal with them.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So that'll be probably a frequent stop then on their ships once that's completed.
Costa
You
Maya,
take a water park and things like that.
Yes, so they'll have a water park, it'll have a private area for adults, it'll have bars, obviously, and a lot of beaches for people to sit on.
Okay.
So
Wow.
It'll be very fun.
Wow. So before we transition to land-based trips, any other cruise
Europe.
ideas, trends? Cruise to Europe.
Europe.
Okay.
If you're going to do Europe, there's two ways to do it. You can do it on your regular cruise, big ship over 4,000 to 5,000 people.
Okay.
Or you can do a river cruise. A river cruise is absolutely stunning, especially at this time of year.
That was the last vacation my wife and I took before we had kids. We took a river cruise in November.
Phenomenal. Right?
Yes, it was incredible. I would love to go back again. Don't bring kids.
No. Not it.
First of all, some of them you can't.
That's true.
But no, that was incredible. It was an awesome trip.
And I will give you my personal preference.
Yeah.
I like Emma Waterways.
Okay.
Emma Waterways is a stunning.
Emerald?
Emma.
Amma. Okay.
So AMA Waterways.
Okay.
Emma Waterways.
You don't have to Google them. You Google cruise planners. You call
Exactly.
friends. You need to Google them.
I'll help you. But going down the river and seeing everything, and you're stopping in multiple locations. It's not like 2 or 3, and sometimes you're staying overnight in some of those locations. And what's great about Amma is that they want you to experience where you stop.
Okay.
It's not about staying on the ship. Like
Sure.
The bigger cruise ships, it's about staying on the ship. They've got water slides and this and that.
Yeah, there's no life on board these ships.
No, there's zero
There's
life.
rooms and a bar and
Small pool, maybe some workout facility. That's it.
yeah. No, get off. Go away. Go enjoy Europe. You're here for that, not this.
Exactly. Amma wants you to experience. So they'll give you bikes, so you can get on a bike and you start biking through Germany or wherever you're stopping.
Okay.
And they want you to actually experience it. And included in your price are 2 excursions.
Okay.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Okay.
So there's a morning excursion and there's an afternoon excursion. And you can choose to do both, you can choose to do one. And here's the other thing. There's different levels of the excursion. So
Okay.
if you're somebody that doesn't walk a lot and you can't trek up, they have easier versions of that excursion.
Maybe you don't climb the whole hill or walk all the cathedral stairs.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you're somebody that is, I want to climb everything, I want to experience everything.
I want to go for the bell tower.
Exactly. We got it for you.
Okay.
So there's different levels. If you don't want to ride a bike, they've got transportation to get you where you want to go. But they want you to experience where you are. They want you to experience the culture of that destination. And they'll even go as far as, hey, you're not having dinner on the ship. We've arranged for you to have dinner at a local restaurant in this country so you can experience local cuisine.
So is that like everybody that night, there's no dinner on the ship, you all go in there?
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody get off the boat. See you later.
And dinner tonight is at this family-owned German restaurant that's been here for 127 years.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. And it's just, it's an incredible experience. It's incredible to hear about the destination that you're at, to hear about the culture of the destination, to feel what it was like to live there and eat there and experience the food. Because, listen, I'm from New Jersey. I love pizza. But pizza in Italy is 10 times different than pizza here in America. Huge difference. Gelato, huge difference from Italy to here. It's just the way they cook. It's the ingredients they use.
The ingredients they use definitely have an effect.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
And you get to experience that on a river cruise. You get to experience. Right now, it's Christmas time. The Christmas markets.
Christmas markets in Germany are incredible. It's the world's best craft fair you've ever been to.
It's
with
incredible.
the mulled wine and the cookies as you're walking around.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't get better than that.
No, not only is it beautiful, you can buy these just awesome gifts that are handmade by this craftsman whose family has owned this booth in this shop for generations. And you come home with, it's not just a Christmas ornament from a gift shop. Like, this is a handmade Christmas ornament that you can put on your tree and just remember that was the time we were at that Christmas market in that place at that time.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And that's you get to experience that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to reverse back to cruise for a second. We were talking about Nassau and we talked about culture. I've been to Nassau probably 100 times. So when you've been there so many times, you're like, okay, what am I going to do now that I'm here?
Yep. I kind of feel that way, so I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
So I said to my wife, let's see what outside tours there are.
Okay.
And we came across this Jeep tour, and we were like, all right, it's going to take us around the island. Let's see what it is. And one of the stops was kind of unique. We were in a neighborhood, a house, and they stopped at this house. They pulled up to this house, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna get mugged.
Right. That's my first thought. Is we're gonna get robbed.
We're gonna get mugged.
We're gonna get mugged today.
Seriously. And all of a sudden, I looked to my left, and there was this big paper mache statue of this guy playing a drum.
Okay.
And I'm going, who put this on their front door? What is this all about? So this lady comes out the front door and she says, come on in. Oh, okay, we're going into a house. Now I'm really scared. Are we about to die? We walk in. Yeah, so we walk in and it was a museum. It was this woman, her family, through generations, started this festival that they had on the island of Nassau.
Okay.
That the slaves back in the day started.
Okay.
And they would make these elaborate costumes out of paper because they weren't, they didn't want to let the slave owners know what they were doing.
Okay.
So they would make these costumes and they would have a festival around this costumes and they would play drums and they would dance and they would have fun. And it has evolved over the years where now families actually have competitions.
Oh, for the costumes?
For the costumes and everything.
Okay.
So they took us in and they showed us the costumes, how they're made, how they put them together, and how they wear them. They actually let us wear them.
Oh.
And then they
have
had
some cool pictures for your Instagram.
Oh yeah, I had some great pictures. They have us playing the drums, they have us playing the maracas, the tambourine, and they're telling us the history of this festival.
So the museum is dedicated to the festival.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And we were like blown away. We're like, holy cow, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And so we learned all about this festival. Like we walked out and like, this thing can't get any better. Well, it did. They stopped at a distillery, and we learned how they do the rum. Rum in Nassau.
Samples.
Samples. Gosh,
Okay.
yes.
That's the important part of the distillery tours. Samples.
So that was a great tour where you actually learned about the culture of Nassau, which I never learned before, because before it was, okay, go snorkeling, okay, go on the beach, okay,
go to the straw market.
Right, go to the straw market. But that was about it. This was, let me tell you about the people and how this all came about, and that was
wow, that's fabulous. And now you've got that in your Rolodex.
Oh, absolutely.
When you have clients that go to Nassau, you can help them with that same experience.
One of my number one of experiences that I recommend. And I tell people, you just got to, I know it's going to sound weird, take your Jeep tour.
Yep.
But it is fabulous.
And I promise you'll be safe when you pull up that random house.
Correct.
Statue up front. It's okay.
And one other thing I would say that you can do in Nassau and other islands as well, if you don't want to take an excursion per se, there's wonderful private drivers that you can hire that will take you to certain points, or you can tell them, hey, I heard about this, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see this, and they will take you to those destinations.
Okay.
And they will talk about each destination and tell you about each destination, which is fantastic too.
So I've had some friends on trips to different islands who do that, like tell the story about hiring a private driver. How does one go about knowing you're hiring a reputable person? What is the way to know that?
Go through a traveler.
Go through a traveler. Okay. So you have a couple of these folks on all these different islands that you've vetted, going on getting off at this stop, rather than pick from this menu of tours, I want to go somewhere special.
Correct.
Okay.
We have certain drivers that we have vetted, that our company has vetted, and we've used before, and
Okay.
we love them. They take good care of our clients, and
what are some of the types of things that clients use them for? Where would I go? What would I have to do?
So St. Thomas, for instance.
Okay.
St. Thomas. Actually, no. I'm going to tell St. Lucia. Actually,
Okay.
Better. St. Lucia. There's a wonderful driver that we have in St. Lucia, who I absolutely. His name's Enrique. Funny enough, he's Spanish, and he does an incredible job. Incredible job. He's bilingual, so if you have somebody that just speaks Spanish,
Okay.
he'll speak Spanish and you can speak English.
Okay, fabulous.
But he will take you to spots that are off the beaten path.
Sure. Okay.
Okay? So everybody knows the Batons, the two mountains in St. Lucia.
Yep.
And everybody knows there's hot springs next to the Batons.
Okay.
But there's an area that you can walk through that is just breathtaking that nobody knows about.
Oh.
That he will take you to and show you.
Okay.
And he will tell you how it was created. He'll talk to you about what they do there and what they believe happened there.
Okay.
And things of that nature, which is kind of cool.
Oh, fabulous.
And he'll also tell you how the pitons were created and what they do with pitons. And the other thing is, St. Lucia is known for bananas. Funny enough, they're one of the largest banana distributions in the world. And he'll show you, he'll bring you into where the workers are actually picking the bananas, and he'll let you get out, and he'll let you pick bananas, or bushes of bananas up, and put them in blue bags, and actually put them on the truck to be taken.
So you can be part of the
Yes,
banana process.
you're a part of the banana process. And then
Okay.
at the end of that, he'll take you to this little bar that is just absolutely off the beaten path. You never know it exists. For the best fresh banana daiquiri.
I was going to say, I need a banana drink. If
Oh.
I'm going to a bar, a banana bar.
Freshest
Okay.
banana daiquiri you've ever had.
Okay. Delicious. Well, before we get to land-based vacations, I just want to remind everybody watching, I'm here with Chris from Cruise Planners. We are at Popstroke in Waterford Lakes, and we're going to be here for Great Lunch Adventures today. So in a couple minutes after you finish watching this riveting conversation about planning your next vacation, I want you to hop in the car and come on down here to Popstroke. So we've talked to Chris from Cruise Planners about planning a cruise,
Yes.
but we know from the beginning of our conversation you guys plan much more than just cruises.
Absolutely.
So talk about some of these land-based trips that you guys like to do or that are popular right now.
So Europe is actually very popular this year. It is a very hot destination for us. I think for us Americans, we've been locked up for so long with COVID and everything. Getting out of the country and exploring was a big deal this year. So Europe was very big. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what we did for a client. She wanted to visit England and she wanted to visit France.
Okay.
And obviously the two biggest cities,
Yep.
London,
Paris.
Okay? Well, we took care of everything for them. We took care of their transportation from the airport to the hotel.
Okay.
We took care of their hotel. We took care of their tours. We arranged for the tours. Tours are very important when you're in Europe. Yes, you can go out and visit the big, attractions, as I'll call them, in London and in Paris, but you are going to wait hours
Yes.
to get in.
The lines are insane.
Incredibly
And
insane.
the tour guides just walk right through.
Correct. They will take you right through. You cut the line, you go right in.
Like a lightning lane for Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Bad example.
Yes, very
Yeah. It's like a lightning lane for the cathedral.
cathedral, right?
Yeah.
And the great thing is that as a travel agent, we know some of the great tours. There's one tour that I put them on for the Tower of London. Everybody knows about the Tower of London. The Tower of London's been there.
That's one of my favorite spots in London.
Absolutely.
I think it's an absolutely beautiful building.
And there is a
Architecture
tour
is
there.
gorgeous.
Yes, it's absolutely.
And the history is really cool.
Oh, the
It's
history.
a little mean, but it's kind of cool.
Oh, very mean. Very mean. But and more Wayne can tell you that.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. But they have the people that watch over the tower are called beefeaters. And they have a private tour, a VIP private tour with a beefeater.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So this beefeater will take you around to each section of the Tower of London, and he will tell you all the stories of the Tower of London. Starting with where Anne Boleyn, I always say her name wrong, I'm sorry, came in for her final, visit.
Moments.
Her final visit. So he'll show you this is where she came in, this is where she stepped up,
This is the stone
this
where
is the stone where she was
it
beheaded.
happened. Yes.
And they live in the tower one day, so they can tell you have in this private tour that is only for about 15 people.
Okay.
That's it. They take you around and they go into detail, which is fascinating. And we arranged all that, and they came out ecstatic. Then we sent them over to Paris, and of course, the biggest thing in Paris is the Eiffel Tower. Everybody wants to see the Eiffel Tower. And I told them, I said, listen, you don't need to go up the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
There's nothing much about the Eiffel Tower. You want to go, we arranged for them to have tea time
Okay.
at some of the rooftop pubs and bars.
Then look at the Eiffel Tower.
Correct.
Okay.
Look at the Eiffel
Yeah.
Tower and have great scenery of the Eiffel Tower and Paris and everything else. And they were like, oh my goodness. She goes, I still went up the Eiffel Tower. She goes, you were right. It wasn't working. She goes, but I had to do it.
Did she go through the rigmarole to eat up there?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah.
They just went up,
They just went
came
up,
down,
looked,
and that was
came
it.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes, the view over at the restaurant was 10 times better. And the other thing that we tell them about Paris, which nobody believes us, is there is a second Statue of Liberty. Nobody believes me. I'm like, no, there's a second Statue of Liberty. And we showed them where it was.
Yes.
So
I'm a nerd for American history.
Oh,
I
you're
know
a nerd?
about French history, but my nerdness for American history, all about
you got
that.
to your cruise through New England.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
A wonderful history cruise through New England.
My in-laws just took that one.
Do they?
Yep.
God,
My in-laws are big cruisers. They're retired now. That's their hobby.
I want to live on a cruise ship. But we arranged all the different tours. I had another client that wanted to go to Ireland.
Okay.
We arranged for a wonderful tour through Celtic Tours, who is an absolutely phenomenal tour company, and they took them all through Ireland, and they just loved it. And then for the same client that we did London and France for, we also did obviously Stonehenge. They wanted to visit Stonehenge.
Yep.
So we gave them a whole tour through Stonehenge.
That is a hard place to get to
Yes.
without a tour guide.
Correct.
It is not near anything,
No.
any transportation. It isn't farmland, and if you don't book a tour, you can't. There's just nobody in there.
No. And if you don't book a tour for some of the, like the crown jewels, everybody wants to see the crown jewels in England. Good luck. If you're just going to stand online, good luck. Good luck. Just like in Italy, everybody wants to go see the Colosseum. Incredible to see in person. But good luck. If you don't have a tour, you're going to stand online for hours.
And I feel like you miss a lot with a lot of those older ancient ruins because there aren't plaques or signs or stories. You're just literally looking at ruins that you wouldn't understand.
Correct.
But standing there with a tour guide, this is what that temple used to be. These pillars are the remnants of this. The Colosseum used to do this. The floor was here. You get so much more. I love tour guide tours. I'm a big fan of tour guide tours. 3 minutes left.
3 minutes. We have 3 minutes.
Okay, let me just make sure we got through all of our talking points that you told me about beforehand. So talking about another reason to hire a travel agent, and this is one of my favorite reasons to hire a travel agent, is if something goes wrong on my trip, you can save the day. I don't have to worry about spending time on the phone or internet. I call you and say, hey Chris, I'm stuck, my flight was canceled, and I need to get to my next destination.
Yes.
Go.
We will help you, and there has been occasions when I've had clients that either a flight got delayed or canceled, or and they missed their ship, or they were just having so much fun on the island that they missed the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
We
With that rum bar.
Yes,
Rum bar. That's why
lots
they
of
missed the
ready
ship.
rums.
Yep.
But we have stepped in and said, okay, no problem, we've got you. We've arranged for them to either get to the next port or to the next destination where they need their ships, or if it's an all-inclusive, we'll call the all-inclusive and say, hey, listen, our client missed their flight. We're going to get them on another flight. They're going to check in a day later, and we take care of all that for them.
Okay.
And one thing I just want to quickly emphasize: travel insurance. Travel insurance. It is something that you must get, whether you're just taking a flight or if you're taking a full all-inclusive vacation. Travel insurance will protect you.
Okay.
And everybody asks me one question: what's my favorite cruise line? Celebrity.
Celebrity. Okay.
Celebrity is the bomb diggity, and they will take care of you. And they have a martini bar.
Okay.
The martini bar.
What's your favorite celebrity cruise line martini? What's your go-to? Or celebrity get more than one. But what's your first or your favorite when you get on board?
So I'm a little weird. So I'm gonna be honest. If you know me, you know I'm weird.
Okay.
A pickle martini.
A pickle martini.
Oh, pickle martini. I'm a pickle fan.
Okay.
Pickle martini is absolutely
Does
great.
it come with a pickle spear in it?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you really want something cool, get the flight. And they actually
Pickle flight?
No, you get the martini flight. It's little martinis. and they put them into a pyramid for you, and they're all different martinis. You can taste them all.
But you really can't taste them out of order.
No. And the bar is ice cold ice.
Oh, which is okay, sounds like an ice service. You see martini. All right, well, we're getting the wrap up single. We are here at Pop Stroke in Waterford Lakes for Great Lunch Adventures coming up in just 1 minute. So get off this podcast, get in your car, we'll be here for a little while to enjoy Pop Stroke, and then you go on for a round of golf here on the course when you're done. I hope that meters are just fine. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Brandon UCP, and
Chris Buxton.